This program proudly brought to you by Thoroughbred Breeders Victoria, Super Vobis, the Shires of Strathbogie and Shepparton, Inglis and Thorough Media.
Excellent runs to second. Olazoon runs on, but a champion becomes a legend. Maccabi Deaver has won it from either honours.
After 150 years, Australia's most famous horse race, the Melbourne Cup, continues to showcase Victoria's racing industry to the world. Investment in racing infrastructure in Victoria overshadows all other Australian states. But while the colour and excitement of the track has always been a crowd pleaser, Victoria's thoroughbred breeders are also setting world records. In the last world rankings, 13 horses were by stallions that stood in Victoria. Results of this calibre have attracted the attention of many Australian breeders who recognise that Victoria offers both stability and stallion fees and charges that are realistic. Investors are also choosing Victoria for its reputation for producing tough, well-grown racehorses that can compete on the world stage. In this program, we'll tour 3 of the thoroughbred regions in this compact state, each within a comfortable 2.5-hour drive of Melbourne International Airport. Luckily for day trippers, Victoria's thoroughbred breeders and the state's food and wine industry are located side by side. So join our tour through the regions, then plan your own visit to see firsthand some of these remarkable Victorian properties and thoroughbred nurseries. Travel north-east from Melbourne and you'll find yourself in Strathbogie Shire. The lakeside town of Nagambie is surrounded by prestigious wineries, including Mitchelton and neighbouring Tabilk, where they've been making wine for as long as the Melbourne Cup has been running, 150 years of vintages. Framed by the Strathbogie Ranges, the region is also home to some of Australia's finest thoroughbred studs. Woodside Park at Nagambie prepares yearlings by Group 1 Caulfield Guineas winner E-Consul, who is a son of the well-credentialed stallion Pins. And as you can see, he's really making his mark. With strong results in the sales ring, E-Consul and Woodside Park have a promising future ahead of them. A few furlongs down the road is the iconic Swettenham stud. The name Sangster is associated with the thoroughbred industry worldwide. Today, Adam Sangster continues his father Robert's legacy, developing what was formerly known as Collinggrove stud with a diverse roster of stallions. Dash for Cash and B & Coney have consistently produced quality yearlings off moderate service fees and are impressing breeders as well.
There's added depth with B & Coney now. They're sort of putting himself there as a Group 1 sire, and that's sort of very pleasing for Adam Sangster and all of his team to start to get some recognition on where that horse has been.
This colt by Dash for Cash out of Illusional is an example of his ability to produce a runner. That Tiger is also delivering and impressing the judges.
He's a full brother to Tigeress, who runs second in the listed Canterbury Rose Stakes. Very comparable type to her.
Swettenham's freshman sires Host, the son of Hassanay, and Cap Hero are both imposing in their own right. Their foals also suggest they will continue to fly the flag for Swettenham in the future. Stud manager Alan Morton has a high opinion of his charges.
B & Coney, just every day a winner. Going very well. He's just continues to get better.
Results typical of the Nagambie region's ability to produce quality bloodstock.
Very happy with the progeny coming off. It's comparable, I think, to anywhere in Australia. It is going a long way towards being at least the equal of the Hunter Valley.
Further north is Eliza Park, one of Victoria's largest and most successful studs. Eliza Park is one of the biggest producers of yearlings in Australia. It's a big employer, and operations are overseen by David Summers. Mark Lindsay manages the sales and nominations at Eliza Park.
Eliza Park's making a conscious effort for Victorian breeders to basically be providing the best facilities, the best stallions and the best services we can.
Eliza Park is the home of Bel Esprit, Victoria's leading sire in 2009, a prolific producer of winners.
He's produced 4 stakes winners including Silver Bullion, Beltoire, Black Caviar and Strike the Tiger down in Tasmania.
Bel Esprit's current yearlings suggest his reign is set to continue for several years with qualities such as this bay colt. Bel Esprit's progeny are racing well in Southeast Asia and seem very well suited to the conditions. They're producing outstanding results in a short space of time, with an impressive strike rate of runners to winners.
Our Victorian horses really do suit that market. We've sent over 5 Bel Esprits across there, middle of the price range sort of horses that are able to easily make a profit over in Asia.
The progeny of Written Tycoon, a first season sire, are also impressive. With an office now open in Southeast Asia, Eliza Park are providing excellent communications, opportunities and services for prospective buyers who can't attend the sales. If you enjoy sparkling natural waterways, native birds and wildlife, then visiting the Shire of Strathbogie is a must. Strathbogie region is studded with wineries, so drop into the cellar door or experience the hospitality of a typical Aussie country pub. And while you're there, catch up with some of the district's rich folklore or enjoy a round of golf. There's first-class accommodation where you can enjoy the sunshine and relax by the pool. Strathbogie Shire is the thoroughbred capital of Victoria. To plan your visit, make the website your first stop. 90 minutes southwest of Melbourne, jutting into Port Phillip Bay, is the Bellarine Peninsula. Its rolling pastoral landscape is a world away from the city, and in the case of Rosemont Stud at Ceres, you could even be further away, possibly in the provinces of France. Rosemont is a boutique thoroughbred farm of more than 260 hectares. In this often dry coastal landscape, Rosemont has the rare good fortune of 2.5 kilometres river frontage to the Barwon, guaranteeing precious water all year round. Not far away, down a long tree-lined entryway, you'll find one of the most impressive thoroughbred properties in Victoria. 7 years in the making, Makybe Stud, named after the great mare Makybe Diva, is now well established as an accomplished producer of quality yearlings. Makybe Stud is home to new stallion Street Hero, as well as a striking individual with enormous prospects, Pure Realist. This Bellarine Peninsula property has become a prolific producer of winners and is consistently one of the leading vendors in Melbourne, a reputation destined to continue with yearlings of this calibre. Owner Tony Santik's development of Makybe Stud has been nothing short of spectacular, with fastidious attention to detail, leaving no stone unturned, quite literally.
We've got a lot of volcanic rock here that we had to shift from the paddocks to make horse paddocks out of it. And I think that's probably some of the reasons the horses are doing so well. Probably the soil and rock and what have you.
Hundreds of thousands of trees were planted on the sprawling 8,000 hectare site. And wherever you go, there are constant reminders of the property's namesake, Makybe Diva, the 3-time Melbourne Cup winner that set a new benchmark in Australian racing.
We have been privileged to witness the greatest Melbourne Cup win of all.
But while there will only ever be one Makybe Diva, you get the feeling here that the next champion is not far away. When it comes to buying and selling horses, Inglis Bloodstock are industry leaders with world-class facilities and cutting-edge communications technology. With an easy-to-use, informative website, video on demand and online bidding, Inglis makes buying and selling easy and offers peace of mind with Fall of the Hammer insurance on your purchases. Add a real estate department specialising in rural sales, plus representatives throughout the world, and Inglis is lengths ahead of the field. Since 1867, Inglis Sales has provided great value and quality bloodstock, as director and auctioneer Peter Hegney explains.
We think the Melbourne sale does offer great value. It's improved dramatically in quality and quantity in recent years, and there have been some really good horses come out of the sale. And the good thing about it is there's always a great variety in the catalogue, and you don't necessarily have to pay top dollar to buy a good racehorse. We're quite proud of the record of our graduates from the Inglis sale out of Victoria, to be perfectly honest. Obviously headed by the champion sprinter of the world in Sacred Kingdom. He was a graduate of our sale. The outstanding 3-year-old of his year, Weekend Hustler, was another graduate as well. We've had some really good 3-year-old come through the ranks. The Blue Diamond winner, Reward for Effort was one. The Bank Robber, of course, the outstanding Bella Spree filly, Black Caviar. So we've certainly had some good graduates come out of our sale.
With outstanding results from Inglis graduates continuing on racetracks around the world, the Victorian bloodstock industry is in good hands and well on track for a prosperous future. Visit the Inglis website to find out more. Once upon a time, Victoria's northwest around Bendigo and Maryborough was famous for its gold. Nowadays it's producing a different kind of treasure. Strong yearlings with good bone and plenty of muscle. When it comes to success in this industry, it takes a lot of hard work, know-how and horsemanship. You'll find plenty of evidence of all three at the Liston family's Three Bridges property near Malden. Situated on the river flats, Three Bridges Thoroughbreds provides perfect conditions to foal and grow quality horses.
We really are proud of our draft. There's some sensational horses in there. 10 of these horses of the 24 got selected to go to Easter, but we decided to stay in Melbourne, sell them in Victoria. They've got this lovely farm. There's a lot of natural barriers so that they can get out of the wind during the winter months, and they use all their energy to grow rather than stay warm.
Here they feed at the top of the hill and water at the bottom, a formula that's seen Three Bridges consistently produce well-grown horses with every chance of being successful on the racetrack. As a family business, the Listons take great pride in preparing their drafts. From this dedication and tireless effort comes the reward of consistently outstanding results. Services at Three Bridges range from adjustment to foaling down and yearling preparation. With so much experience combined with attention to detail, Three Bridges' success is destined to continue. Travel a few furlongs up the road and you'll find a name etched into Australian racing folklore. David Haynes is well known for his successful exploits on the track with the likes of classic winners Kingston Town and Kingston Rule. But there's a new generation writing a new chapter in the Haynes story. Daughter Kathy is making her mark at Burnie Wang North. This is more than 6,000 hectares of prime pasture on the winding Campaspe River. Back in the Gold Rush days, these barns were once a Cobb & Co stagecoach stopover on the trip to Melbourne. Nowadays they're used for preparing some outstanding yearlings. Passion and commitment by Kathy and her team is reflected by the Haynes name still making the headlines, but this time in the sales rings of Australia. Burnywang North, it's where the race begins. Closer to Melbourne, in fact just 1 hour's drive from the centre of the city, you'll arrive at the rolling hills of Yallambee Stud. With its sheltered paddocks and abundant water supply, Yallambee spreads over 283 hectares. The Woodard family have thoroughbreds in their blood, and like so many others in the Victorian industry, can boast generations of experience, and it shows everywhere you look. God's Own is a stallion on the rise, and he's really stamping his stock. Yallambee is highly regarded for producing quality, and with yearlings of this calibre, it's hard to argue. Nothing beats the thrill and excitement or the pure adrenaline of racing a thoroughbred. It's often referred to as the sport of kings, but thoroughbred racing in Victoria is well within reach, and it's easy to get involved.
Victoria prides itself on being a state that embraces participants at all levels of the industry, and everybody sort of comes along together and has a great day out. So from the girls in the dresses to the boys in the suits, it's something for everybody. There's plenty of kids around with the families, and it really offers an opportunity for everybody to get involved.
In Victoria, you'll be spoilt for choice with the option to lease, buy or form your own racing syndicate with family, friends or work colleagues. Super Vobis is Australia's richest incentive scheme. It pays owners, breeders of Victorian-bred horses over $13 million a year in incentives and race bonuses over and above regular prize money. So our owners have plenty to cheer about. Breeders investing in Victorian stallions also reap the benefits of Super Vobis by making their yearling more attractive to prospective buyers in the sales ring. For more information on Super Vobis and how you can increase your prize money by up to 40%, go to the website, and who knows, this could be you. Seymour is a thriving country town a short drive northeast of Melbourne and home to the Seymour Racing Club. Seymour is one of Victoria's leading provincial tracks. It has an excellent racing surface, providing a perfect training facility for the many thoroughbred properties located nearby. Neighbours include Chatswood Stud, a respected name in the region for over 30 years and renowned for rearing quality horses. Owned and operated by Greg Willis and his family, Chatswood is standing quality stallions including Niello, son of the great octagonal, and freshman sire Primus. Chatswood Stud Seymour, where they're raced on the hills to race on the flat. Venture further north up the Hume Highway and you'll be in bushranger country. These hills around Euroa were once roamed by the infamous Kelly gang. These days Euroa is home to one of Victoria's most successful thoroughbred operations, Blue Gum Farm, under the direction of respected horseman Philip Campbell.
We've been operating now for 30 years, which gives us a good history in the state, and over that period of time we've been lucky enough to be associated with some very, very nice stallions.
Blue Gum is well known as the home of the internationally performed Elvstrom, who's carried his race form into the breeding barn, where his records speak for themselves.
5 times Group 1 winner, 1400 metres to 2500 metres. He took his form overseas and beat the best overseas and raced with great distinction there. Just an amazing racehorse, $5.7 million in earnings. I mean, there hasn't been an entire Danehill son that's won more than Elvstrom.
Judging by the quality of his yearlings, Elvis, as he's affectionately known, looks set to have a very bright future. Campbell is also excited by the prospects of former Group 1 winner Churchill Downs.
He's got some lovely yearlings, that's for sure, and our latest stallion to be heading to the yearling sales for the first time. Look, he was a terrific 2 and 3 year old. He was a good tough 2 and 3 year old. He did a lot of travelling. He never shirked the issue, and he was a good, solid, genuine Group 1 performer.
Philip firmly believes that Victoria has the ability to produce versatile horses that represent quality and value for the overseas market.
The horses that have gone through the sales here in Victoria, raced with great distinction, haven't necessarily cost an absolute fortune to buy. I think the proof's in the pudding, and the Melbourne sale for many, many years now has produced some fantastic horses.
Shepparton, the hub of the Goulburn Valley, is a vibrant regional centre and a great place to visit all year round. Shepparton's climate is perfect for enjoying the tranquil waterways of the Goulburn River, whether you're fishing, boating, canoeing or just plain relaxing. Shepparton is the perfect base for exploring the region, and there's plenty to see and do with a vibrant arts community, leading wineries and amazing produce. So why not get acquainted with Shepparton? To plan your visit, go to the website. If you're ready to embark on a career in Victoria's prosperous thoroughbred industry, NMIT's Northern Lodge at Eden Park near Whittlesea is a fully operational thoroughbred stud only 40 kilometres north of Melbourne. Northern Lodge Stud offers practical skills through supervised work, including yearling preparation and foaling. Its lush irrigated pastures, first-rate stables, covering barn, menage, teasing facilities, 1400 metre running track, sand roll and state-of-the-art scanning equipment make Northern Lodge one of the finest thoroughbred training properties in Australia. Its many educational courses in all aspects of Victoria's thoroughbred industry are on offer to local and international students. For more information on courses and enrolments, go to the NMIT website at nmit.edu.au. So why Victoria?
Well, Victoria is very much a racing state, obviously with the Melbourne Cup being our feature event. Cup Week everyone is familiar with, and it spreads right across the state. So we have cooperation between the state government, local government and the industry in general. So it's somewhere where people can set up for the first time, and there's plenty of resources to draw upon.
As our thoroughbred industry continues to grow and thrive, the world is discovering what Victoria has to offer.
We've identified the need for new opportunities for our breeders, and new markets need work in cultivating, so we're looking at the Southeast Asian market long term as emerging racing industry players need product.
Victoria's thoroughbred breeders are focused. Our product represents great value and we welcome new investment. Our success is reflected by the world rankings of our horses.
We're delighted to have 13 horses in the rankings at the moment, international rankings. It's the fruits of the investment that's gone on here in Victoria in the last 10 years, and the investment will continue, I'm sure, in the future, and subsequently our numbers in the international rankings will increase.
Victorian thoroughbred breeders are committed to playing their part in developing new markets overseas.
Overseas buyers have identified the value that they can get out of the Melbourne yearling sales. Winners have been coming left, right and centre, and high-class winners, obviously in Hong Kong with Sacred Kingdom, etc. But even in the other markets such as Singapore, Malaysia, people are able to buy horses for not a lot of money necessarily, and then ship them over there knowing they're going to get competitive racehorses in their markets.
With a wealth of experience, the industry is in good hands and the future's looking bright. The most astute judges are buying a stake in Victoria, and so can you. So for the final word.
There's always room for more in Victoria, and we'd absolutely encourage people to come down to Victoria to not only breed and race, but to buy property. They can really settle down here with their investments, and we can certainly look after them and steer them in the right direction.
This is Victoria, Thoroughbred Country. Take a closer look.